welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. Almost the weekend, right? I got a couple topics to touch on here for you. If you're paying attention throughout the day, quite a bit of legal proceedings taking place across the country. Number one, of course, the Supreme Court hearing the opening arguments to remove one Donald J. Trumpsicles from the state of Colorado's 2024 ballot, right? And I would have to assume it didn't go the way the lefties assumed it would, right? I mean, the hardball questions were just being thrown nonstop. Even the most leftists of the justices were hammering the Democrat counsel. Ketanji Brown tried to trip up, the Trump counsel once, trying to get him to acquiesce that there was an insurrection. He sidestepped it pretty easily, but even her and the ever moronic Sotomayor, when not asking to have things repeated because she didn't understand, was actually getting some good ones in. The questioning boiled down to, do you really believe that a law written to restrain the representatives from states that join the Confederacy would thereby grant those same states the power to remove a federal candidate? You know what I mean? Just, absolutely smacking. Clarence Thomas was firing on all cylinders, and Gorsuch was his normal, cool as a cucumber self, right? But I would have to say that Trump's not only going to come out on top of this, probably unanimously, if not pretty damn close, with even the left-leaning constitutional attorney Jonathan Turley absolutely filleting the Democrat counsel, basically calling it, amateur hour. You know what I mean? In the same regard today, in Florida, in Trump's, classified document case, Judge Eileen Cannon sided with the defense and the fact that, Jack Smith cannot keep documents that are not classified. You know what I mean? If there's evidence that is being admitted in court, and it's not classified by the government, there's no reason why it should be held from the public. You know what I mean? And we're, just like, with the Engeron and shit like that, I mean, they refuse to take in real evidence. Well, of course, this judge is not having it, smacking, the counsel, the plaintiff in the case across the mouth and saying that, yeah, this evidence is going to be admissible. So we're going to see some big things happening there. You got some shit going Trumpsicles' way, of course. Looking all right on that front. And with Jack Smith's Washington, D.C. case being basically put on an indefinite hold, waiting on the Supreme Court, for an appeal to see if he has presidential immunity. It doesn't look like that's going to be taken care of by the time the election happens, and you could have Trump in the White House pardoning himself on that, and all the other ones, are absolutely crumbling at this point. But on the other side of that coin, of course, you have everybody screaming about a two-tiered justice system. It's absolutely not. It's single-tiered. It's Democrats and us, right? And you see that with, Joe Biden, getting caught with way more fucking, classified documents than Trump, stored in a way that was, pretty easily accessible to just about anyone, and in much larger amounts, again, with, this guy never until recently having the declassification power, not as vice president, and sure as hell not as a senator, and a lot of these documents dated all the way back until he, from when he was a senator. But special counsel, her coming out and saying that, no charges are going to be brought because this guy is mentally feeble, and that the jury is going to look at him like a good-intentioned old man with memory issues, right? Which is a crock of shit anyway, regardless of, since when did that stop someone from being held accountable? Not remembering dates or whatnot, right? But, this report also did go on to basically say that Biden's brain is mush, that this guy can't remember when he became vice president, when that term ended, when exactly his son Beau died, so on and so forth, man. But then shortly after that, you had Biden come out in some kind of surprise press conference and dispute that, saying his memory is fine, right? So, you know, you got a real issue here, okay? Like, one, if his brain is mush and he's not capable of standing trial, how is he capable of running the country, right? And then him disputing the facts, saying that his memory's fine, and if that's the case, then those charges need to be brought. Real shit. And, this should scare the shit out of anyone, regardless of your political affiliation. Why would you want someone with, sundowners at best, or just outright, brain decay at worst, running the country? I mean, it's at a daily basis at this point. This is not anything that's not anecdotal to anyone that's not paying attention. Anytime this guy's on the stage without Dr. Alice Cooper Biden or one of his handlers to run up and scurry him off, he's going to say something stupid. He's probably going to trip and fall and then turn into a Roomba, wondering which way to go because he can't realize just walk back the fucking way you came. You know what I mean? And this guy's incapable of tying his shoes at this point. You're amazed that he's even able to eat an ice cream cone. He needs a cork on a fork, right? But, again, the question arises, what is wrong with these people that would press this on our country? You know what I mean? They obviously either don't give a shit, anti-American, and they're running the show behind the scenes. Right? You guys tell me. Appreciate the stop, like, share, subscribe. Smell you later.
The conduct of the response in the Gaza Strip has been over the top. I think that, as you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in. I talked to him. I convinced him to open the gate. I talked to Bibi to open the gate on the Israeli side.